you've got your domain name, check. And now you need to put your website up online. So obviously you need some hosting. So you start looking around and there are so many different hosting options out there and you want to make a decision. Naturally, you want to save some money. So you've come across some options that offer hosting for like $5 or $10 per month, or even a lot cheaper than that. And you're very tempted to go with those. But there are some things you need to be aware of when it comes to choosing between cheap online hosting that is unmanaged versus managed website hosting, which is a little bit more premium. And hopefully this is going to help you make an informed decision so that you can save yourself some hassle in the future. Hey, Marlon here. Welcome. If you're new, I do content like this to help you build and grow your online business, especially around your knowledge and expertise. If this is what you're into, you're in the right place, so stick around. So like I said, I'm going to explain the differences between going with cheap, unmanaged hosting and managed hosting. But before I jump into that, I just want to let you know, if you want to make sure that your website is profitable for your business, I do have a free checklist that you can download at marlonmcpherson.com/checklist. And I'll walk you through some of the key things you need to have in place on your website to make sure that it works for your business and you can maximize your conversions on your website. So go ahead and grab that right after you've gone through this content. So with cheaper hosting plans, what you can expect is that you're going to get access to the bare basics of the hosting of the website. So you'll get an account once you've signed up, and you have to have some understanding of how to actually set up your website on there and have some technical knowledge on how to get certain things connected up and running, how to handle your DNS, how to connect everything up to your servers. And also if there's any issues that you run into, you should be able to troubleshoot that yourself. So you get the website hosting cheaper, but at the same time, you are on the hook for certain things that might go wrong. Sure, you might actually get some support from the company that you get this cheap hosting from, but normally they're looking after the hosting itself, the servers that they run. They're not necessarily going to help you with troubleshooting things on your website to the highest degree. They're going to maybe give you some help documents and so on, but you need to ultimately be able to manage that aspect of doing any troubleshooting yourself. So if this is something that you can handle, then maybe the cheaper hosting plans are a good fit for you. Another thing to consider is when you go with the cheapest possible hosting, you end up sometimes being on a shared server, which is basically being shared with lots of other people, sometimes hundreds of other people across the globe. And whatever they do on their own websites can affect the performance of your website technically, because they're taking a lot of the resources. And your website can end up having issues with slow performance in terms of loading speeds, as well as error messages, because you don't have as many resources allocated to your website because it's being split between so many people. So that's something also that you need to consider when you go with a cheaper hosting. Now, on the flip side, with managed hosting, the difference is someone is taking care of this for you, and the prices on managed hosting is going to be a lot more. So for example, for my clients that I manage websites for in my business, we charge anywhere from $50 to $100 or pounds to manage a website with the hosting included. And we basically set up the website on our hosting that we have full control over. We make sure that the performance is adequate for the type of website based on the number of resources that it needs to have. And also we're taking care of all of the updates on the website and making sure that the back end of things as it relates to the hosting is being taken care of for the client. They don't ever need to see the back end of the hosting because that's not something they need to concern themselves with. They want to just concentrate on running their business and dealing with what they need to do in their day-to-day activities with their marketing, etc. So we handle that aspect for them. Obviously, you pay a premium to get all of this taken off your plate. So if this is something that you can handle, then yourself, then maybe the cheaper option is better to go with the unmanaged hosting or the cheaper hosting options. But bear in mind all the things that I've mentioned earlier in terms of what you can expect from a negative perspective. That being said, though, Either way, the website and how it performs in terms of being profitable for your business is what's most important. For when you get people coming to the website, you need to make sure that you're able to generate leads or generate sales directly from the website, or build your brand in some way, shape or form, like growing your email list. These are the things that are most important. But obviously the user experience on the site is going to be affected by the hosting that you choose. So make sure you choose wisely. If you've got any questions or comments on this, leave a comment below in the YouTube video, or reach out to me directly over on my website, where you'll find additional resources there as well. Hopefully this has been helpful to you. Go ahead and share it with someone else that you think will find it also useful, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Take care.